Taurus, welcome. This is going to be your weekly 16th through the 22nd of November weekly tarot reading. I do have a new deck that I'm throwing in there at the end, and I hope you enjoy it. But we are going to pull 5 cards in total, 4 of them tarot. First one is your general energy throughout this entire week. We've got, we do have to keep in mind that we have Scorpio season coming to an end, and Sagittarius season starting on the weekend. So we have the sun for you, the sun in reverse. You could be pulled to acknowledge your inner child. Are you nurturing something in somebody else because you feel like there's a part of you that didn't get what it needed? So you're trying to kind of overcompensate for that for somebody else, but you could find that all this endeavor, all this energy, all this progress is not going where it is that you want it to. And it may not have the intended effect. Instead of supporting, it's enabling. So, for your love energy this week, Taurus, we've got the Chariot in reverse. I promise the entire deck is not in reverse, guys. I just did a couple of readings, and please be sure to check out that first comment there below, where you should have your sun, moon, and rising signs to look forward to, along with the collective reading. It may work out better for you, but we've got the Chariot in the love card position. If you're having issues in your relationships, it may be more about your self-discipline. Are you committing to a relationship only whenever the other person is there? Are you being the opposition in a relationship? Instead of helping propel a relationship forward, are you playing tug of war? Because I'm getting a strong sense of that tug of war feeling where one person is trying to go in one direction and then you're trying to go in the other direction with it, Taurus. Are you cooperating? Are you communicating? Is there a cord that needs to be cut? And are you being blinded by your own arrogance, thinking that your way is the way, even if the other person is not being served by it? Yeah, please do not be afraid to ask yourself that question. And what is the purpose of this control that you're trying to exert? Where is this aggression coming from? And is it out of jealousy? Is it out of a lack of compassion? A lack of overcompensating for a lack of control? Overcompensating for not knowing what it is that you want or where it is that you need to go? Because it seems like you may also be partially betting on a losing horse. Continuing to put your energy into something that just is not working out the way that you planned for it to. And that's where all this frustration and aggression is coming from. But if you keep insisting that that's the way to go, that that's the horse to bet on, then, and it hasn't worked out for you, it hasn't done anything, it hasn't changed, it hasn't advanced at all, it's still sitting there at the starting line, maybe acknowledge that you need to focus on something else. Maybe the horse isn't even pointed in the right direction. So, for your money card this week, Taurus, we have the Four of Swords. With the Four of Swords, guys, you have Libra energy. You're trying to balance something out, but you may have to put something aside. You may have to put something off. That's what I'm getting out of this, is that this sword is over here for a reason. You can't focus on it right now, or it's the only thing you can focus on. You have to think, you have to kind of take things as, sorry guys, my voice is still bothering me. You may have to take things chapter and verse. You can't read the entire page at the same time. You can't read the entire book at the same time. You have to read it line by line, word by word, and give yourself that little bit of a break money-wise where you can only pay one bill at a time and then move on to the next thing. It'll help you kind of gain some kind of some kind of peace knowing that one thing is dealt with, and then you can move on to focusing on the next. Allow yourself that little bit of relaxation where it's like, okay, that's dealt with, and now I don't need to worry about it anymore. For your underlying energy this week, we've got the card on the bottom, the Page of Wands, and the upright. So you're trying to put all of your energy and your inspiration into one direction, into one thing, and you're trying to steady your sight. You're trying to narrow your vision. Now, as inspired as you may be to take action, the Page of Wands is working for the Knight of Wands. While you're trying to understand your own passions through being in service to somebody else, or being in service to some other idea that you haven't come up with, that's not yours, that you don't take ownership of, it has helped you to discover a way of doing things, a way that you can go about it, and you may have very well learned how you don't want to go about getting something done. All this in-service kind of energy has been to allow you to really free your spirit and understand what can be accomplished and some of the ways that it can be accomplished, but chiefly to acknowledge that there's not just one way to skin a rabbit. So for your Midnight Oracle, I feel like I'm rushing through your stuff, so you may feel like your energy is just going from one thing to the next this week. So for your Midnight Oracle, we have the I feel like there is a gateway for you here. I just cannot read this card upside down. Path of Serenity. Okay. These are very pretty cards, though. I do like the way all of them look. And with an 11 card, you have a kind of a gate that you're going through. So you could be going to an airport, could be going to someplace with tolls, a way that you need to exchange something to go through. And that is not an 11, that is a 41. Okay. Yeah, some of the font on these cards is less than, leaves something to be desired, but I still like the deck. I still like the art. And still look for going through a gateway this week. So the questions you need to ask yourself is going to be, are you allowing yourself to flow with life's energies, or are you resisting the currents? So, again, the Sun in reverse, the Chariot in reverse, and you need to turn around and start taking things one at a time. Are you afraid of what light is going to be shed on something? Are you hiding things intentionally? Are you refusing to see things? And where are your relationships kind of failing you at? And is it really that they're failing you, or you're not working with them? Are they not going in the direction that you want them to go in, so you're kind of fighting any kind of progress? Yeah, because you're trying to put energy in, with the Page of Wands, you're trying to put energy into different things, but it's not going where you want it to go. What can you do to restore harmony in your journey? So, it may not be the path that you want to go down. It may not be the answer that you wanted to hear, Taurus, but it may be time for you to look at what you've been hiding with the Sun in reverse, what you've been feeding into that hasn't been going where you want it to go. And you may find that even looking in the mirror, looking at your own actions, things may not have been making any progress because you've been fighting the progress for one reason or another. Do a little bit of deep diving and ask yourself why you've been fighting that progress. So thank you guys for tuning in. I'm going to be putting out the Midnight Oracles at midnight every night, so be on the lookout for those, and I will pretty much be inundating you guys with read after read after read because I'm tired of finding my voice, and we're just going to work with it. So thank you guys for tuning in, and I hope you come back for What the Hell on Sunday, and I look forward to seeing you there.